My beloved child, I am reaching out to speak to you for the last time. This message is extremely urgent. Please open your heart right now, before you even finish reading these words I have given you. Do not just pass this by. Do not ignore this voice, because what you are hearing is not just another common message lost in the noise of this world. This is the voice of your Creator who made you, and I am reaching out to you one last time before my whisper turns into silence. I have spoken to you many times through various signs, through a gentle pulling in your heart, and through moments of pain meant to wake you up. I tried to reach you in the laughter of others, in the stillness of the deep night, and in the ache that would not leave your soul. But you kept walking away. You kept running, and that is why I have come here again to call you. Not because I am angry, but because I love you, and I desperately hope you will stop for a moment and listen, because this may be the final call before the moment you have waited for so long disappears. You did not find this message. I brought this message to you. It is not by chance that you discovered these words. Heaven itself has led you here. I have prepared this very moment so that my voice could reach you without any distraction. Every second that has passed in your life has led you to this point where mercy and choice meet. Heaven is watching to see what you will do next. The angels are holding their breath as they watch you, seeing if you will finally open your heart to me this time. I am not here to condemn you. I am here to call you home. I know how many times I have tried to speak to you, and I know how often you turned your back. I also know it was not because you hated me, but because you thought there would still be more time. You told yourself, I will do it later when I am ready, when things get quiet, when my life is sorted out. But that later has become right now, and the time you thought you had is slipping through your fingers like sand. You have ignored the signs and warnings that came in moments of stillness and realization. You brushed away that voice calling you to return to me, thinking it was just a passing thought or your imagination. But it was me. It was my spirit reaching through the noise, holding out my hand to remind you over and over that you were created for a greater purpose than this. My beloved child, I watched you walk through the storms that almost broke you. I saw you smiling for others while you were falling apart in silence. I saw you chasing meaning in things that only left you empty. I saw the moments you wanted to give up, and the moments your heart whispered that there must be something better. And there truly is something better. It is me. Every pain, every unanswered question, every sleepless night was my voice calling you, waiting for this very moment. You might think this message is just another post on the internet or just another piece of text, but heaven calls this an intervention. Heaven calls this my final attempt to reach the one I love. I am trying one last time, not because I am weak, but because I am patient. I have been patient while you wondered, doubted, procrastinated, and gave your heart to empty things. Even as I watched you choose everything but me, your phone, your plans, your pride, and your fears, I still stayed by your side. I stayed when you ignored me, and I stayed when you turned away. I love you too deeply to let you drift away without calling you one last time. My heart has been longing for this chance to speak openly to your heart. I am not demanding perfection from you. I am asking you to lean on me completely. I am not asking for great achievements. I just want you to listen to me. The truth is, I have been speaking from the very beginning, but you could not hear my voice because of the noise of the world. The voices of the world grew so loud. In the midst of many opinions, distractions, desires, and doubts, my voice was only a faint sound in your ears. But right here, in this moment, I am silencing the noise of the world just for you. I am whispering louder than the noise of the world, louder than your fears, and louder than your shame. My words are different from the words of people who have disappointed you. My words are life. When I speak, a dead heart beats again. When I speak, chains are broken. When I speak, peace begins to breathe where despair used to live. That is exactly what is happening right now. My child, listen to my words. This message carries great weight because it is heaven's final attempt before the next chapter of your life unfolds. You are standing on the edge of your soul, and the choice you make after this moment will determine much more than you can see. I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to save you. I am not threatening you, but appealing to you with a heart that bleeds. The door that has been open for so long is still open, but it is beginning to close. The chance to return, to be healed, and to walk the path I have prepared is moving toward its final window. These words are not meant to make you afraid, but to wake you up. Today is not just another ordinary day. This is not just a common message. This is your moment. My angels whispered while you slept, and my spirit tugged at your heart when you felt anxious. Because I knew where certain paths would lead, I blocked them with my own hand. Every closed door, every delayed moment, every time you were disappointed. It was me protecting you, so that you would not lose yourself completely. I have done everything to reach you, but I will never force you. Love never forces. Love only invites. And that is exactly what I am doing right now. I am inviting you one last time to listen, to turn around, and to accept me. Do you feel something stirring inside your heart? That mixture of fear and peace, of trembling and hope, that is the evidence that my presence is resting upon you. You are not imagining it. I am right here. You have felt me in moments you could not explain. That something that told you to keep going when you almost gave up. That feeling as if someone was warmly embracing you when you were crying. That was me. I was always by your side, waiting for you to notice me. And right now, as you read this, I am closer than your next breath, closer than your heartbeat. You might wonder, why now? Why this message? It is because this is your crossroads. All the times before were warnings. But this time, it is an open window. You have reached a point where waiting any longer becomes a danger. It is not the danger of being punished, but the danger of missing what heaven has prepared for you. You kept asking for a sign, and now that sign is here. You said, God, if you are really alive, please speak to me clearly. I am speaking now. This is me. I am using these words before your eyes to reach past your head and into the depths of your soul. My child, there is a reason you cannot brush this moment aside. There is a reason your heart is beating faster as you read this. It is because eternity has come close to you. This message carries the weight of your destiny. The mercy of heaven is reaching out to you once again. You still have the chance to return, to believe again, and to start over. But you must choose right now. Do not let fear or pride stop you. Do not think you have gone too far. It is not too late, but time is almost up. Tell me that you will let me be the lamp in your night and guide your steps. Look around you. The world is getting darker. People's hearts are growing cold, and souls are forgetting my voice. But you are still here, reading these words that still carry my light and hold my heartbeat. Do not let this moment pass like all the others. This is not just another chance. It may be the last chance given to you before the door shuts. You do not know what will happen tomorrow, but I do. That is why, while there is still time, I have come here to reach out to you. If you knew how long I have been waiting for you with such longing, you would not hesitate for a single second. If you could see how many times I have protected you and how often I blocked destruction from your path, you would run into my arms right now. I walked beside you, even in storms you did not even notice. Even when you were completely unaware of the danger, I fought for your soul. Beyond all your failures, beyond all your sins, beyond all your rejections, I have loved you. And even in this moment, I have not come to scold you for what you did wrong. I have come to tell you what can still be made right if you will only listen now. Do not go. Stay. My child, do not run away in a hurry. Since you have come this far, do not let evil things distract you. Stay until you read the very last word, because this message could be the most important turning point of your destiny. If you leave now, You might never hear this voice again. If you stay, everything could change. The choice is yours, but heaven is holding its breath, waiting for your answer. My child, there were so many moments when I tried to reach you. There were so many gentle whispers, quiet signs, and sudden pauses. But you did not understand that it was my hand trying to get your attention. You saw my warnings, but ignored them. You felt my pull, but called it a coincidence. You told yourself, it is just my own thought. It is just an emotion. It is just a matter of timing. But it was not a coincidence. It was me. Every time your heart felt uneasy when you were on the wrong path, it was because I was holding onto your soul. Every time you looked at the sky and felt something stirring in your heart, it was me reminding you that I was still there. Every time your life slowed down unexpectedly, it was because I was trying to speak to you before you drifted too far from where I placed you. You do not know how many times I spoke to you through those moments you called mere accidents. The car that broke down before a wrong trip, the relationship that ended before it could destroy you, the opportunities that fell through because they would have led you away from me. I was there, carefully preparing everything to show you that my hand was guiding you, even when you were in pain. You prayed for direction, and I gave it. But because it did not look the way you expected, you ignored it. You asked for a sign, and I sent it, but you pushed it away with your logic. I have been speaking continuously, but the noise of the world swallowed my voice. You filled your daily life with so much movement that you forgot what stillness feels like. You have time for every phone call, every notification, every plan, but you muted the one voice that can give you true peace. I watched your heart become tangled in the noise of the world, your career, your fears, and your ambitions. You chase things that promise joy, but they always leave you emptier than before. It is because your soul is running away from me that you are still tired even after you sleep. You filled your life with so many things that you left no room for the one who gave you life. I have spoken to you through your blessings, through every gift you took for granted. Every morning when your breath was filled, it was me giving you another day of mercy. When people cared for you, when help came from nowhere, it was me saying, look, I am with you. When peace came to your heart for no reason, it was my presence passing by. When tears flowed but hope somehow followed, it was my comfort embracing you. And yet, you mistook my presence for luck. Instead of thanking me, you thanked fate. You thought your own strength led you, but it was my grace that never left you. There were also times I spoke through your pain. When everything was falling apart, I was not punishing you. I was calling you back. I was breaking what you built on sand to rebuild you on the rock. I let things fall that should not have been built. I let people leave who should not have stayed. I left some prayers unanswered to stop you from being led to a place far away from me. You thought I was silent, but I was protecting you. You cried thinking I had abandoned you, but I was right there whispering, my child, trust me. I am doing something you cannot see yet. Every time you turned your back, I stood at the door longer, waiting for you to respond. Even in your seasons of silence, even in your doubt, even in your anger, I waited, while you were chasing every other voice, hoping you would one day remember mine. I waited. When you were too busy, too exhausted, too hurt, I stood at the door. When you laughed with others but felt empty when you were alone, I was there. Even though I knew you would say, I will pray tomorrow, and then make another excuse the next day, I waited. I waited because I love you. I waited because your heart is still so precious that I cannot give up on you. Do you know what it feels like for heaven to wait? That heart that holds its breath for a single soul. My angels watched as you walked, filling your days with worry instead of the joy I planned for you. They saw you carrying burdens yourself that I had already reached out to take. They saw you sitting in a room full of people feeling completely alone, and they looked at me, waiting for the command to intervene. Each time I whispered, not yet, My child still has a chance to return, because I could not bear to lose you. My mercy delayed judgment over and over. Every rising sun was another piece of evidence that I was still giving you time. I have stretched out time for you much longer than you know. I held back both the good and the bad that needed to happen because your heart was not ready. I protected you so that disaster would not come close enough for you to notice. I have waited, not because I am weak, but because I am love itself. I am patient, but even that patience has a set time. The time of waiting is growing short. The door of mercy that has been open for years is now beginning to close. My spirit is calling across the distance and the confusion, telling you to come home before it is too late. My beloved child, I am not saying this to make you afraid, but to wake you up. You think you have time. You tell yourself there will be another moment, another message, another chance. But I am telling you, with tears in my voice, this could be the final moment given to you before the chapter of your life changes. You asked me for a sign, for proof, and for clarity, and now I am giving all three to you. This is your sign. This is your proof. This is your clarity. The reason I am speaking so directly and urgently is because time is not always guaranteed. You are not promised endless tomorrows. You only have now. And eternity begins right there. I know you are afraid. Fear of losing control. Fear of being hurt again. The fear that giving everything to me will cost you too much. But what you lose by coming to me is nothing compared to what you will gain. The world promised you everything but left you anxious, tired, and faithless. My promise is different from the world's. I do not offer temporary relief. I give eternal peace. I do not take away what is yours to leave you empty. I clear away the heavy things so you can breathe again. I do not want you to produce great results. I am just asking for your heart. Remember how often you felt those small, soft moments of realization saying, I need to change too. That was me. I was speaking inside of you more than I was speaking outside of you. Every moment of guilt that made you reflect, that sudden peace that calmed your stormy heart, those thoughts whispering, should I try praying again? All of that was my voice calling you, and every time you pushed it away, I whispered softly again, waiting for another chance. I was that close, but your attention was so far away. I know what is taking your heart. The busy schedule, the pursuit of success, the longing for love, the fear of failure. All those things built a wall around my spirit. You are turning away from the eternal voice to chase things that will disappear. While you scroll endlessly looking for connection with people, you ignore the presence of the one who has loved you since before time began. You fill your head with noise to forget the loneliness, but my voice is waiting in the very silence you fear. You try to keep running from the stillness, but stillness is where I dwell. My child, I am not condemning you for being a fragile human. I am calling you to remember that you are mine. The world tells you to keep moving, keep striving, keep chasing. But I am telling you to stop for a moment and listen, because the more you chase the world, the further you get from the peace your soul craves. The more you ignore my voice, the harder it becomes to hear it. But through all those missed moments, all those distractions, all those times of silence, even in this moment, I am still here speaking to you again. This message is not a punishment. It is mercy. Mercy is trying to remind you one last time that while it is endless in my heart, it is not eternal in time. There comes a point where the chance to turn back grows faint, and the noise of the world becomes louder than the whisper of grace. You are standing right on that edge. That is why I am speaking with such urgency. I have pushed it back, I have protected, and I have waited. But I cannot wait forever. A time is approaching when choice becomes more important than comfort, when those who trusted and leaned on me will be separated from those who did not. Take this as the truth, not a threat. You have been given another moment to choose life. I am reaching out my hand once again, hoping you will take it. This is not the voice of anger. but the voice of a father who loves you too much to remain silent. I would rather break your comfort than lose your soul. I would rather stop your plans than let you walk off a cliff. So I am pleading here one last time. Return to me before this moment passes. You missed my voice before, but you do not have to miss it now. You ignored my call before, but you can answer this time. You pushed away realization before, but now it has come to you not as guilt, but as love. I am giving you another chance, but I am not promising time again. Seize this moment while heaven still keeps the door open for you, my beloved child, because after that door closes, only the echo of the words you could have answered will remain. The reason I speak so clearly, lovingly, and urgently now is because you are still a being worthy of being saved. And I will not let you drift away forever without at least one final attempt to reach you. My child, listen to these words from the deepest part of my heart. I am not angry with you. I am heartbroken. I watched you drift further and further away. I know it was not because you hated me, but because you chased the noise of the world, believing it could fill the emptiness inside you. I saw you reaching for temporary pleasures when I was offering eternal joy. I saw you pouring your strength into things that will one day wither. I created you for a purpose greater than this, for peace, love, light, and to be with me. But my heart aches to see you chasing only shadows, and now even treating those shadows as if they were a comfortable home. I remember the days when your heart was softer than it is now, the times when you would stop to listen to my voice and still feel my presence in the little things. You used to find me in the stillness, in the stars of the night sky, and in the gentle stirring of your soul. But now the noise of the world has grown so loud that it swallows the whispers of the spirit. I am standing by your side, calling you, reaching out to you, but your heart is pulled in every direction except toward me. You chase voices that promise to give you everything, but leave you empty in the end. They tell you that you will be happy the more you have, the greater you become, and the more you are recognized by others. But those are lies that steal your peace. And my voice, which gives life, has been buried in silence within your busy world. Do you know what it is like for me to watch you chase things that I know will only hurt you? Do you know the pain of a father watching a child search for love in places where there is no love? That is what I feel every day. Every time you turn to the world for comfort, I whisper for you to return to me. Every time you believe the lie that you are not worthy of love, I whisper, you are mine. Every time you feel alone, I whisper, I am here. But the noise of the world is too loud, and your heart has forgotten how to be still. I was by your side in every moment of confusion, every moment of heartbreak, and every sleepless night. The reason I shed tears while watching you was because I missed you so much. Heaven watched as you drifted, and even the angels grieved to see one of my children move away from the light. They know the peace, beauty, and joy I have prepared for you. They see how the world blinds your eyes with lights that flicker and disappear. They see you trading the eternal for the temporary, and settling for things less than the purpose for which you were created. My heart breaks every time you believe you have to prove something to earn love. My heart is torn every time you are gripped by fear and believe, I have forgotten you, even though I have never left your side. I want you to listen to my gentle voice and trust me completely. My beloved child, I saw you building your life on things that will fall apart. You are pouring your heart into people who do not truly understand you, into plans that will never satisfy you. You chase success, but even the moment you hold it in your hand, your soul is still hungry. You crave the recognition of others, but it never lasts long. You are filling your time busily to avoid facing the deep ache of the soul. That deep longing is my voice calling you home. It is not a punishment. It is a signal reminding you of the fact that your heart will never find rest without my love. There were moments I tried to stop you, times I blocked your path to protect you. When the door closed, you were angry. When people left, you thought I was being silent. But I was saving you from a path that would have ruined you beyond recovery. Even when you thought you had forgotten me, I was watching over you. I saw all your choices, all your wanderings, and all your deeds. And yet, I stayed by your side. Even when your heart turned away from me, my heart was always open. I stood at the end of your confusion, waiting for you to turn your gaze back to me. You will never know how many times heaven watched the tears falling from my eyes. I caught all those tears. I saw you crying in secret, crying from exhaustion, and crying from the feeling that no one truly knows you. I saw it all. When you thought no one cared, I was caring. When you thought no one noticed, I was watching. But I could not force you to look at me, because love cannot exist where there is no choice. I could not make you love me by force. So I waited, and waited with a heart full of love and eyes full of tears, hoping that one day you would remember where your true home is and return. Every time you chose the world instead of me, I did not turn my face away. I followed you even to the dark places where you were, hoping you would find a moment where your heart could be still enough to hear my voice again. When you tried to fill your loneliness with things that are not eternal, I stood close and whispered that I am here. When you tried to numb the pain by distracting yourself with something, I whispered, let me heal that ache instead. But you did not hear me, because I did not speak loudly and urgently like the ways of the world. You thought I was far away, but I have always spoken with peace and truth. You do not know the depth of sorrow that love can hold. My sorrow does not come from punishment or disappointment. It comes from an earnest longing. Just as the morning longs for the sun, I long for you. I desperately want your heart to return to the warmth of my presence. I want to see the light return to your eyes, joy be restored, and your soul become free again. I remember your laughter before the world made your heart hard. I remember how you fully trusted people, how you prayed with the faith of a little child. I remember how your soul danced in my love, before fear told you it was safer not to believe. Every time I see the wounds the world left on you, my heart breaks. The people who hurt you, the moments that betrayed you, those words that made you doubt. None of those came from me. I never intended for you to bear those scars alone. When you were broken, I wanted to take that from you and hold you until the tears stopped. But I understand you better than anyone. The scars of the cross still remain on my 2 hands, and that is the evidence that I know a pain much deeper than you can imagine. Long before you felt the weight of that sorrow, I was already carrying my own sorrow, even in this moment as I am speaking. My heart aches to see you wandering so far away. You built walls around yourself to survive, but those walls blocked me from entering. You learned how to trust no one, but that also closed the door to the only being who will never betray you. I am not angry with you for this. I know why you built those walls. I know the pain that made you believe you had to protect yourself. But I am here now, gently knocking on the door and asking not to tear down what you built, but to ask you to let me inside to heal the wound that made you build those walls in the first place. My sorrow is not weakness. It is the power of a love that never gives up. The reason I grieve is because I love you. It is because you are so precious. I grieve because I see what kind of being you could become if you would only trust me again. I see the peace you could enjoy, the joy of returning, and the freedom that waits for you beyond complete surrender. I see that beauty I planted inside you still shining beneath the pain, because I see your potential, your calling, and your destiny. My heart is torn with pain to see you settling for less than that. You do not know what it feels like for the Creator to watch His creation chase everything except Himself. I watch humanity building towers that will fall, chasing dreams that will destroy them, and circling in place while loving things that will never love them back. I speak through beautiful sunsets, through kindness, through mercy, and through truth. The world has become noisier than my spirit, and people's hearts have become numb to the sound of grace. I am silenced by distractions, ignored by pride, and replaced by convenience. I am competing with screens, noise, and temporary pleasures. Nonetheless, I still reach out. I still speak. I still wait. My child, you think I am silent, but my silence was the sound of mercy waiting for you. You think I am far away, but I was always closer than you realized. I saw you standing on the edge of ruin, yet I held back the flood. I saw you choosing a path that would end in destruction, yet I placed my hand between you and the thing that almost destroyed you to stop you. I saw you playing with dangerous things, yet I wrapped you in grace. You call it luck, but I call it love. You call it a coincidence, but I call it divine protection. I was even protecting you from yourself. When you ignore grace, heaven sheds tears. Because grace desperately wants to save you. The angels rejoice when one soul returns. They know what the result of a heart that rejects love is, and they know the price of wandering. They have seen souls without me, and they never want you to become like that. I also do not want you to become like that. That is why I keep calling, keep speaking, and keep reaching out even when you do not answer. I have not given up on you yet. My love refuses to let you go without one last attempt. You may feel like you do not deserve this kind of love, but that is because you have not seen yourself through my eyes. You see failure, but I see potential. You see guilt, but I see grace. You see the past, but I see the future. I still want to give you. My sorrow is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of salvation. I am calling even now, waiting even now, and I am ready to embrace you if only you will stop running. You may have heard my voice before, but please listen to my words with your heart this time, because this message could be the one that changes everything. So, my child, come to me. Come to me before the weight of the world breaks you beyond my healing. Come before time steals the things I am ready to restore. Come to me before this moment passes and the noise of the world completely swallows my voice. I am still here, with open arms and a broken heart. I am waiting for you to remember that you were always mine. My child, hear me now, because the words I am about to say to you carry the weight of your soul. This message is not light. It is not ordinary. This is prophetic, a holy intersection where the moment of heaven and earth meet. It is never by chance that you are reading these words. You have stepped onto that divine crossroads, where I am calling you to choose me before the door I prepared for you shuts. This is not just one of many messages. It is the one message that can change the direction of your life forever. You are standing in the final stretch of my mercy before the next chapter begins. I am pleading with you to listen before it is too late. This is the final call, sounding before the door to what I have prepared for you closes. The season you are in now is not like the seasons before. The time of endless delay is coming to an end. The window of grace that was open only with love is now growing narrower. The things I have whispered to your heart, those dreams, callings, and purposes are all waiting for that one word, your yes. But every moment you hesitate, every second you doubt, every time you say later, you are at risk of missing what I designed for this very moment. I have waited and waited, but right now is your holy moment to move. Right now is your holy moment to obey, to return, and to decide. Even in this very moment I am not letting go of the thread of hope, wishing that you will keep your faith against all odds.